Road bikes can look pretty expensive sometimes, but one brand that has always bucked the trend is Boardman. And this is a good example of that. It's a brand new, just released SLR 9.4 carbon disc. And just look at it. All this carbon frame, SRAM's latest Rival eTap AXS wireless group set for a price of just £2,700. So it looks good, the price sounds good. Let's dive into details on this frame and go for a spin in this exclusive first ride. SLR stands for Super Light Racing and has been in Boardman's range for quite a few years, and this version updated more recently. In Boardman's own words, it's designed to be the perfect all-round road race bike. Good for racing when you're pinning a number onto your jersey, but good for exploring lost lanes where comfort is a priority. So we have a frame that's designed to be as light as possible, with a bit of area consideration and also comfort as well. This new version is all about disc brakes, as you can see, 3 axles front and rear, flat mount calipers, and a 160 rotor on the front and a 140 rotor on the back. It's a good looking frame as well. I love the red to black fade personally. And then underneath the paint, we have a slightly aero optimized front end, a truncated camtail profile down tube, the fork blades, the head tube. Then we have an aero seat post, seat tube, and an internal seat clamp as well. But practical details include a normal handlebar and stem with external K routing, so you're not tied into a bespoke handlebar, and the bigger cost you get with a one-piece carbon handlebar and stem. And speaking as a UK cyclist, with the imminent threat of rain right now, some really big black clouds over there, we have some very hidden mudguard mounts on the rear stays and fork blades, and space for up to a 30mm wide tyre, and the bike comes fitted with 28s as standard. So we have a clear hint towards aerodynamics with the shape of the tube profiles out front. And then when you look at the back, we've got really chunky rear stays and a beefed up down tube and a press fit bottom bracket to ensure there's plenty of stiffness from the back end when you're sprinting and powering up climbs. But then they've also made sure the comfort is a good factor as well, with the shape of the rear stays and the shape of the top tube and the way the carbon fibre is laid up inside the mould as well, and of course space for wide tyres. So the big story here, and the main reason for that price tag of just £2,700, is the use of SRAM's brand new Rival eTap AXS wireless group set. You might see my news story on this a little while ago, link above if you missed that. But essentially you're getting all the technology from Red and Force, but at a much lower price point. So all the same wireless technology, the same app customization, and the same hydraulic disc brakes, and the same 12-speed gear setup with the tiny 10-2 sprocket and smaller chainrings on the front, removable batteries as well. But the use of different materials, namely alloy in place of carbon fibre, saves a lot of money. So that's good for consumer, although on the scales the weight does go up a little bit, but it's not too bad. We can all expect to see a lot more bikes this year specced with SRAM's new Rival group set, supply issues notwithstanding of course. It offers bike brands a new low price point for an electronic group set, and with the popularity of electronic group sets, and in particular SRAM's wireless approach to an electronic group set, it offers a low price point and gets group sets like this, their technology, into the hands of more people. And then for the rest of the equipment, some nice looking sensible parts. Alex rims wheels with a claimed 1,550 gram weight, nice shallow aero profile, nice round spokes, external nipples, and a 19mm internal rim width. The tyres are Vittoria's Rubinho Pro Graphene 2.0 in a 28mm width. And then we have Boardman's own equipment for the handlebar, stem, which are both aluminium, nice comfy, well padded bar tape, and their own carbon fibre seat post with nice gripping material on the back to stop it slipping, and a few markers to make sure you get the height just right. And then topped off with their own well padded SLR saddle. This bike on their scales, without pedals or a bottle cage, weighs 8.12 kilograms on my scales. And a quick word on why I weigh bikes without pedals, and it's simply because there are so many different pedal systems on the market. You've got cheap heavy pedals at one end, expensive super light pedals at one end. You've got road pedals, mountain bike pedals. So offering a bike weight with pedals would be misleading because the weight can vary quite a bit depending on what pedal system you use. So that's why I offer it without pedals, and then you add the weight of your own pedals to the weight of the bike. Hopefully that makes sense, and it's the way the bike industry does it and the way I've always done it. But let me know what you think down below. Anyway, that's enough waffle about the bike. It's time to go for a spin and see how it rides. Well, I've managed to get out for a nice sunny ride on the Boardman. It makes a change from the rain we've had recently. Now, I won't go into too much detail in this ride impression section of the video because I had the vaccine the other day for COVID-19 and I feel pretty rough, to be honest. Nothing in the legs at all, just feel pretty rubbish. So I won't go into too much detail. I don't want to colour the bike's impressions on me based on how I feel. So I'll save that for another video when I get better and ride the bike a lot more. But I'll just give you a flavour of the bike and how it rides based on this nice sunny spin today. So the handling on the bike is really good. In a straight line, the steering is very relaxed, very stable and planted. Then as soon as you turn the handlebars into a corner, the steering speeds up and gives you that cornering agility you want to make it a playful and fast cornering bike. So I'm liking that about the bike. Nice and relaxed in a straight line. I had great fun in the corners as well. And then ride comfort is pretty good. Got these fat 28mm wide tyres. Not the highest quality tyre, but I'm not getting too much feedback through the handlebars or the saddle on my local rough roads when I'm riding across kind of ridges and cracks and potholes and gravel in places as well. So comfort is good. It's also my first ride on SRAM's brand new Rival eTap AXS group set as well, which you might have seen a first look on my channel a few weeks ago, link above if you missed that. And my first impressions are the hoods are noticeably smaller than Force and Red. I can more easily fit my fingers around the hood, gives a nicer, more secure feeling. Not quite the same as Shimano or Campag, but much closer. So a real improvement there, I really appreciate that. And then the rest of the group set were the same as Force and Red, which is no surprise because they share the same identical internals in terms of shifting and braking. So braking is the same, which is very good, and the shifting is the same, which is also very good. But it is the shifting layout that I love about SRAM so much. Left paddle for an easy gear, right paddle for a harder gear, both together for a front mech change. It's so easy and so intuitive. And every time I get on a bike with SRAM, I'm reminded about how good it is. The group set is also very quiet because I know they've had issues with noise on some Force group sets in the past, but this one, yeah, really quiet. Change gear quickly. So no noise from the cassette, super quiet. So not the most detailed first impressions, I know, but I save that for when I get over this vaccine jab and fully recover. But if you do have any questions about the bike before I do my full review, then do hit me up in the comment section down below. And if you want to see that future video, then make sure you subscribe to my channel. But that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all again soon.